Hi everybody, it's Brennan Elliott here. My holiday Christmas wish to all of you is health, happiness, and love.
Oh, Ben, he's so wonderful. We wish that to you and your family as well during this holiday season. So, we're back and we are with White House Christmas decorator Coleen Burke. We're so glad when you come. You get such wonderful information. Today, she's going to show us how to create beautiful centerpieces, which are inspired by the White House, where you have spent many times, well, short hours, but very intense hours.
Hardly any work at all.
Right, exactly. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at a couple of just stuff inside your book. Christmas is with the First Lady. So it describes the many different styles that the ladies and the administrations chose over the years. This one we're seeing.
Laura Bush. This was the first White House Christmas that I worked on, and that's the Cross Hall.
That's beautiful.
They love a snowy Christmas.
Oh
Here's
my goodness,
another
I love
example.
That. Was that from the Bush Christmas as well?
Yes. Isn't that unbelievable?
Oh my goodness.
The First Ladies love a white Christmas.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And they also love peppermint, which is what we brought today.
How many Christmases have you covered?
I've covered 3. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. So today you're going to show us how to make 2 different centerpieces, right?
Sure.
This one here is inspired by
Mrs. Trump. This is current. This is brand new. So candy canes have a rich tradition at the White House because they're very accessible, but the First Ladies make them very elegant. So this is basically, they're layering sugar and different red and white candies.
Okay.
And this is in the Red Room, which is a spectacularly elegant room at the White House.
Oh,
How
my
beautiful
goodness,
is that?
is gorgeous.
Fantastic.
And that was what year? Oh, and here's, there's Melania.
So this is this year.
Yep.
And so basically, this is to remind us of almost like an ice cream sundae or a parfait, a dessert. You know,
The
we have a young
ribbons.
boy in the White House now. So sometimes when there's youngsters in the White House, I sound very old using the word youngsters, you end up with candy and you end up with really fun things for the holidays.
Fun. I mean, everything they do is really just so beautiful. Whether it's fun or elegant or opulent, it always looks so gorgeous.
I mean, this is very, very inexpensive. It's basically candy canes, and white sugar.
And ribbons.
And ribbons.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Well, the one we are doing today is
Yes.
we're recreating what was in George W. Bush's White
So
House.
this is Laura Bush, and this beautiful centerpiece actually sat in front of the president at a state dinner. And I made all of this for like pennies. It's all
Look
from
at
the
that.
dollar store.
And that's the original.
That's the original.
That is
That's what we're
beautiful.
So you can
making.
cut back on the national deficit by using these
Exactly.
pennies, right?
Exactly.
Think of the
There
money
you
we're
go.
saving.
We did.
Right, a couple pennies, but you get the idea.
We get the idea.
So literally, I went to the dollar store. I got a vase, some peppermint sticks, and of course, we always have our handy-dandy glue gun. So the way to start, so you can get an idea of how many sticks you need, is to have a rubber band.
Right.
And then you're just going to count, slide them through, count around. So this one, I needed 16.
Those were always my favorite candy canes, the big, thick ones like that.
They make
really?
a nice,
I
nice
love those.
presentation.
I like the small ones because
You do?
I could break them and I'll chew them.
Well, I think this might be my new favorite. I've never seen those
I've
before.
never seen that.
All right, I'll let you have that one. All
It's
right,
almost big enough to like hook you off stage.
oh my goodness.
All right, so
All right,
back
so we're
to
just hot gluing.
Okay.
And what I've done it 2 different ways. When it was at the President's Place setting, no cellophane.
Okay.
But you can actually make it right in the wrapper, and it's easier and will last longer. So the trick is you're just going to want to hide the label. So I'm going to get gluing, and
So you're going
this is going to last. Well, I'm going to hide it with ribbon when we're done.
Oh, that's smart. Okay.
So basically, I'm just going to hot glue this on, and our gun is smoking today.
Yeah, that's hot.
And then you want to look at it. If you're going to keep the wrapper on, you want to look at it to find where you have the biggest chunk of clean candy cane.
Oh, okay.
So that and you want to just line it up so that we're always covering the same part of the label. So when we hide it with our ribbon, it'll be easy.
Now, could you, when this is all said and done, dare I say, could you take the wrapper off and give it to Debbie and she could eat it?
I was going to ask that same question.
I mean,
Could you?
I don't know if you'd want to, but
Yeah.
I bet.
But why not?
Debbie would. Debbie would.
Because the truth is, it's just
The glue
hot
does
glue.
always peel,
And it
so
peels
you
off.
could do that.
Okay.
You could at least eat
I'll
most
leave this
of it.
with you, and you tell me how
I'll
it
let
is,
you know.
okay? And then we'll go
If
from
I do
there.
not end up sick, we will tell the people that they can eat it.
Right. And then if
Is
it's
this what we're doing now
Yeah, this
for
is what we're,
Christmas?
yes. And if it's sticky, it could be the glue or it could be the
never
sugar
know.
or whatever else these
Okay.
things can be. Okay.
Okay, back to business, you
Back
two.
to business, I know.
Okay, we are
You're
going
so patient
to
with us.
just use a very simple but elegant red ribbon, like Mrs. bush did.
Now we're just hiding all of the
We're just
labeling,
hiding
basically.
it. We're just
That's a really
hiding
great
it.
idea, and
So-
it keeps it much cleaner and not sticky because they eventually get really sticky.
Right, and if you're putting water in your flowers, it
Yeah.
can get a little messy. So,
prefer it, I think,
and
this way.
the other great thing is we're using carnations. They use carnations in the White House. All the decorations are supposed to be something we can recreate in our home.
Interesting.
So,
wow.
so we're doing the same, but carnations are very inexpensive. They're sturdy. They're
They
going to
hold up
last a
forever.
long time.
Yeah, and you can fluff
So,
them.
yes, if you invest in making this project, you're going to have it for a while.
And you know, if you get a lot of carnations, as I'm sure the first ladies have done, the more you have in abundance, it begins to look very rich.
the bigger the impact. And
Right.
that was a tip that Laura Bush loved. She always
really?
liked, yes,
Look at
you're
that. It's
so
like
like
I
Laura
knew.
Bush.
Oh, you're so present. First
She's
lady.
the first lady of home and family.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
All right, so I'm just going to put this second one on, and hopefully
So while
cover.
you're doing that, let me get some fun details, some
Sure.
facts here.
Let's go for it.
Let me ask, okay, trees. Let's talk trees. Who had the most? How many go up? What's the...
Well, there's quite a few, and
Yeah.
they're quite big. So it's Christmas on steroids, as I like to say.
Yeah.
The First Lady, Commander-in-Chief of Christmas. And this year, First Lady said 53 trees.
Oh.
So
Well, what about in years past? Who's had the most?
The most was actually the Obamas. I think they topped out at like 63 trees.
63. Okay.
But since Barbara Bush, we've had in the high 50s.
Oh,
so
goodness. Okay.
Way back when, we had no trees. Then Benjamin Harris, we had one tree. And now we have lots and lots and lots of really, really big trees.
Wow.
And
So then from here, where do we go?
Okay.
We go
little
from trees
oasis,
to...
little floral.
To foam.
And now we're
foam,
just
and
going to
then-
start filling it up. So you can
We just cut them?
You don't, I
don't need-
pre-cut them for you.
Oh,
so
you
you can just put
pre-cut?
them
So
right
you just
in.
push in?
There you go. Let's see.
But you have to fluff, don't you?
You're the first lady
You can
of
fluff.
Home and Family. You should know
Oh,
how to
there-
put these
come
in.
on.
I feel like we need to wet the...
Would you normally
Yeah.
wet the foam before?
You
or
normally
could
would
just-
have it wet.
Yeah, you see, Mark?
Yes, I see
So
that.
I'm having a little
But you're,
difficulty.
you're doing just
A
fine.
host of
Yeah.
lesser talent would be able to.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So wonderful. While you
And then you
while
can
you do that,
fluff.
why don't we look at the one that's already finished, because that's the one
Here
that's
we
really going
go.
to capture
So
your
this
breath
is
there.
the one. So this literally took less than 30 minutes and you know, probably less than $20, maybe 20, 25 bucks. And you can have it the entire season. And if it's good enough for the White House, it's good enough
good
for
enough
your
for-
house, right?
for the
So
home
a little
and
bit
family
of Christmas
house.
magic in your house.
And a little
Wonderful.
trick, fluff the
Fluff
carnations
them right
like
up.
this.
Don't be afraid to get in there and
No.
touch them.
It starts to make them look really, like my mom would say, it looks rich.
But the fun thing about this is it can be elegant or it can be simple. Oh, you're so.
I'm just
And Mark's
So
going to
dapper.
prom. He's going to prom.
prom.
Thank you
Complete
so
steps
much.
are available
pleasure.
for Colleen's project are available on our website. You can download at hallmarkchannel.com.
And you guys stick around because up next, we have tips for throwing the perfect holiday party. It includes this as well.
Are we going? Let's
Yeah, we're
go.
going. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.